Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to notice you viewing this video. I'm Dr. Olayinka Akanle. I'm a sociologist. I'm a researcher. I'm a relationship manager. I'm a public speaker. I'm a life coach. On this channel, I do a number of things. But all the stuffs I do on this channel, you can cluster them into 4 areas: sociology, research, relationship, and migration. All this, I release content on them as regularly as possible so as to build capacity and inform my subscribers and my viewers. Thank you once again for viewing and for visiting this channel. Today, I want to appeal to you. If this is your first time of visiting this channel or viewing my videos, kindly subscribe to this channel. It means a lot. Share, comment, and like. And if you have subscribed to this channel previously, thank you very much for staying tuned. Continue to like, comment, and share. Today, I want to address a very important issue within the context of migration. This issue is very important based on my personal experience or experiences over the years, experiences of others, researches, and things I've found to be very serious. And I think I want to make this video on it. This is a very original video, like every of my video. And I sincerely recommend that you view it till the end and also share with people. And it doesn't matter whether you are a frequent flyer, whether you are already abroad, or whether you just want to go abroad. It's very important you watch this. You will learn one or two things. Watch till the end, and also try as much as possible to share as widely as possible so others can be informed. What I want to share here, they are a matter of life and death. I've seen many people fall into trouble, crisis on account of some of this. And I don't want you to fall into that, or your friends or your family members. People that matter to you, let them watch so that they are informed. You can't learn too much. So the topic of this video, or the title of this video, is what to know when traveling or flying abroad for the first time. I will be talking about what you must know when you are traveling or flying abroad for the first time. Whether you or people in your network, your circle, everybody, well, you need to know some of these things. And you can't take them for granted. Sometimes we may not pay attention to them, but they are very important. So this video is highly recommended. Number one is to pack for the weather. The weather where you are going, or the weather where the individual is going, and even the temperature in the plane. It's very important. If you are flying, if your flight will involve night, it's usually very cold on board at night. So you need to get, though some airlines or most airlines will give you blankets or even give you socks. Sometimes they might not. And when they do, these things they provide might not be sufficient for you. So make sure you pack for the weather, get your own socks, long socks. Also wear jeans and get your clothes suitable, thick ones, or you can even combine so that your journey is easy. And also find out about temperature at destination, so that you don't pack for summer in winter. That could be very dangerous. And also on board. So try as much as possible to pack for the weather on board and also at destination. Number two, which is very important, if somebody will be flying for the first time, it's better to buy tickets for direct flights. Try as much as possible not to, though direct flights tend to be very expensive, but they save you a lot of hassles. They save you a lot of stress and the likelihood of missing your flight when you are connecting flight. Don't forget, we're talking about somebody who have never used the plane before, who has never done flights before, and it's very important to minimize the risk and the stress they go through so that you don't fall into crisis. So try, if there is no direct flight, or direct flights are too expensive for you, make sure you buy tickets with the least connection, with the least number of connections. Layover time must be very important. Don't buy tickets that will give you too much of layover. I mean, you just keep waiting across airports. The stress, the likelihood of missing the flight is very important. So make sure you buy direct ticket for direct flights as much as possible. And when they are none or they are too expensive, buy the ones with the least connecting flights. And so it's very important for you. And don't pack too much. The person should not pack too many things. Because if you pack too many things, by the time you get to the airport, they may charge you for excess luggage, which will be sometimes tend to be very expensive. And if you cannot afford that, you may have to throw some things away, and sometimes things that are very valuable to you, because they will simply reduce the volume or the kilogram of what you can carry on board, and you can check in. So eventually you may have to throw some things away from your luggage, or you pay excess luggage. So try to pack as little as possible. Things that are very important, these are the things the person should pack, not to pack everything. And this next point is very important. Be careful of things you collect from people. When you are traveling, people that know me say, okay, you are going to Canada, oh, you are going to Australia, you are going to the United Kingdom, you are going to the USA, you are going this and that. Please help me take this for my brother. Help me take this for my sister there. They are waiting. Help me just give it to them. You have to be careful. Why is this? This point is very important. Why is this? Aside the fact that your luggage may be too heavy, you might carry narcotics for people, and you don't know, you might not know. Don't trust anybody. Don't say it's my friend, I know him. No, how much do you know about the individual? They might pack contraband for you. Many people are in jail all over the world now because they collected things from people to deliver abroad, and they didn't know that some of them they've packed cocaine, heroin, or narcotics or contrabands in their luggage. So I would rather suggest that you make it a policy not to collect anything for anybody abroad. Just pack your own thing only, or things that for your immediate family. So you can't say I trust my neighbor, I trust my friends, my classmates, my neighbor is my in-law, you then begin to collect all manners of things. And if you do collect from a few people, make sure you open everything. Let them open it in your presence. But my advice would be, don't collect things from people. You might end up being in jail for what you know nothing about. This is very common, and that's why I think I will make this video. So don't collect things from people. Make sure you pack things belonging to you alone. Trust no one. Another point is arrive the airport early. Don't forget this individual or you who are traveling for the first time. There are check-in procedures. Usually 3 hours to the flight. They expect that maybe your check-in must have commenced, and again maybe then you might meet queue there, a long queue of people, and if you're not there on time, they might close the counter, maybe head in traffic. Give ample time, give enough time for you to be able to do your check-in. Don't forget, you check in, you control your passport, immigration procedures will be there. So you still have to pass through immigration, and when they see that you are a first-time traveler, they tend to delay you more, scrutinize you more compared to a frequent traveler. So arrive the airport early. I usually arrive very early, sometimes many hours to my flight, and I'll just go with my laptop, so I can get a lounge and pay money, or if lounge comes with my flight, I simply stay there and start working. And I check in early also. I'm usually among the first 5 to check in on any flight I want to board. And I'll go to boarding gate again, stay there and be working. So arrive the airport early. Don't rush to the airport because you might be delayed and you might miss your flight. Arrive very early and get necessary documentation handy. Your flight ticket, your return ticket if you're coming back, if you're not coming back. If it's one way, get your ticket, information about where you are going to stay, who is inviting you, what you want to go and do. Let everything be documented, and you must have your original documentation handy. Get all your requirements handy. Make sure you have all your requirements handy. This point I want to mention is very important. Do not collect bags or anything from strangers at the airport. Never. So people will come there and carry heavy loads and be looking for people that are carrying less than they are required kilogram, and they will be saying, okay, can you help me? They must not tag another person's bag or luggage with your bag, because that individual may be a cocaine pusher, maybe a drug trafficker. You don't know. It's very common. People will take advantage of it, especially if they see that you're not a frequent traveler. They say, please, my luggage is too. Sometimes they might even carry with a baby to arouse sentiment. Please, my baby's luggage, we have too much. We don't have money to pay excess luggage. Please, can you help us carry this one with your own? Never. Never tell them, I don't know you. I can't carry your luggage. Because if you carry that luggage, if there's narcotic or contraband inside, it's tagged on with your name. You are the one that we go to jail or we enter trouble. And many people do this, drug pushers or these criminals do this all the time. They just tag their thing to you, and once you are arrested, they simply go away. It's you against the law. Never collect bags from strangers at the airport on the account that you are assisting them. No, or you want to make extra money from them. No. And make sure if you are carrying a backpack, let your backpack face the front so that they don't draw contraband in your bag from behind. So make sure your backpack faces the front so you are seeing your backpack and everything inside. That is very important. Then be calm when you are on board. Check in on time, go to the boarding gate and sit there. And make sure you are monitoring you are monitoring the announcers, people that will be announcing flights, arrivals, and departure. Make sure you are listening to them. They might announce a change in your flight or a change in your boarding gate. If you miss it, you may miss your flight. And usually the announcers, their accents are usually strange. You find it difficult to hear what they are saying. So when the announcer is announcing the arrival of this and that, this announcer, the boarding announcement for social flights, make sure you will hear very well. If you're having trouble with their accent, ask people around you. Then there are boards, electronic boards on the walls, at the pillars, indicating which flight. Check your boarding pass, indicating, understanding your flight, your destination, and your time. Keep checking the board. Don't start browsing. Don't start chatting. Don't start calling people so that you forget. The most important is that you must catch your flight. Suspend every chatting, excessive calls, so that you don't miss your flight. Be hearing the announcers on the phone when they are on the public address system at the airport. Listen carefully to their accent. And make sure you are monitoring the board, electronic boards at the airport, so that you see the changes. Sometimes they might change your boarding gates. If they change your boarding gate at random and you are not aware, your flight might have departed before you realized. And that's a big problem, a serious problem. So be careful and be calm when you're on board. Your plane will not crash. Planes are designed never to crash. So be calm. I see some people very anxious, agitated on board. Sometimes we have to talk to them, give them pep talks, calm down. So be calm, relax. We may not need to hear turbulence. It's normal. So fear nothing and try to sleep. And be calm on board. Don't talk to anybody on board too much. Watch the films and provide necessary document at immigration. Arrange for pickup when you get to where you're going. Thank you very much. And see you in the next video. Subscribe to this channel.